Before we dive in, let me introduce myself to those who are new here. Welcome to the Doctor Dynamo YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Yomi Adeyemi, a family medicine physician and founder of Dynamo Health. My mission? To empower you with the knowledge you need to take control of your health. But I'm not just a doctor. I'm also someone who believes in cutting through the noise, whether it's in medicine, science, or public health. On this channel, we break down complex topics, uncover the hidden truths, and explore how you can protect yourself and your loved ones. Now, let's talk about today's topic, environmental toxins. These silent threats are closer than you think, lurking in the air we breathe, the water we drink, and even in the products we use every single day. And their impact on our health, it's even bigger than you've been told. Environmental toxins didn't just show up overnight. Back in the 1960s, Rachel Carson's Silent Spring exposed how pesticides like DDT were killing wildlife and threatening human health. This spurred the creation of the EPA in 1970, a significant step forward. But here's the kicker. The problem didn't end there. Today, we face an evolving set of villains, chemicals that are harder to detect but just as dangerous. PFAS, heavy metals like lead, and endocrine disruptors like BPA are infiltrating every aspect of our lives. And the consequences? They're even more insidious than ever. Let's break it down. Air pollutants, particulate matter, mainly from vehicle emissions and industrial processes, infiltrates your lungs and bloodstream, contributing to over 100,000 premature deaths in the United States annually. Endocrine disruptors. Chemicals like phthalates and BPA mimic or block hormones, disrupting fertility and metabolism. Studies have linked them to early puberty, obesity, and even some cancers. Heavy metals. Lead exposure has been linked to neurological damage in children, while arsenic and mercury are toxic to the nervous system and kidneys. Lead exposure remains a persistent issue in aging infrastructure across the United States. PFAS, or forever chemicals. These man-made chemicals are in non-stick cookware, water-resistant clothing, and firefighting foam. They're called forever chemicals because they don't break down, and their accumulation in the body is linked to cancer and immune suppression. These toxins don't just harm one system. They're systemic threats attacking your brain, hormones, even your DNA. Imagine living next to a chemical refinery, where every breath you take is laced with toxins. For many marginalized communities, this isn't imagination, it's reality. Take Flint, Michigan. The water crisis that began in 2014 revealed lead levels so high they could cause irreversible brain damage in children. These disasters disproportionately affect low-income families and communities of color, making environmental health an undeniable issue of social justice as well. And it's not just Flint. In Louisiana's Cancer Alley, predominantly Black communities live next to petrochemical plants, facing sky-high cancer rates. This is modern environmental racism, plain and simple. These pollutants don't just sit in the environment. They invade your body and wreak havoc. Air pollution. Fine particles penetrate deep into the lungs, triggering asthma, bronchitis, and even cognitive decline in older adults. The EPA estimates that over 60,000 lives could be saved yearly if air quality improves. Endocrine disruptors. Studies from NIEHS show that endocrine disruptors like BPA alter hormonal pathways, contributing to infertility and higher rates of metabolic syndrome. Neurological damage. Lead and mercury exposure directly interfere with brain development, causing lower IQ scores and increased aggression in children. A legacy we've been battling since the 20th century, by the way. Love him or hate him, RFK Jr. has been a bulldog in the fight against polluters for decades now. As an environmental attorney, he's taken on corporations contaminating water systems and exposing communities to toxins. If his policies as HHS Secretary reflect his advocacy, we could see transformative changes in the United States. What are we likely to see? Well, banning PFAS. These chemicals need to be eradicated from consumer products. Tighter emission standards. Reducing particulate matter from cars and factories could save tens of thousands of lives each and every year. Lead remediation projects. Accelerating the replacement of old pipes could prevent countless cases of lead poisoning in children. Systemic change is vital, but here's what you can do today. Filter your water. Look for NSF certified filters to remove lead and PFAS. Read labels. Avoid plastics with recycling codes number 3 and 7 to steer clear of BPA. Support advocacy. Join groups pushing for cleaner air, water, and soil in your area. Push for policy change. Use your voice to demand accountability from local and federal governments. Environmental toxins are the silent killers we can no longer ignore. Whether you're fighting for your family, your community, or future generations, remember, small actions add up to big change. Let's clean up this mess together. Stay dynamic, guys. Peace.